Hey, old soul. Just over a year ago, I sold everything I owned and moved to the land of Bali with my ex-husband and 3 kids. Now I live my dream life, traveling first class around the world, teaching others how to do the same. If you are ready for a life that is so abundant and free, where money flows like air so effortlessly that you don't even care because you are simply focusing on you and allowing everything to be true, then you are exactly where you need to be. Let me teach you how to be wildly abundant and insanely free. We don't need a chance to wake up, but wake up well. Welcome to Ever Radio. Oh my gosh, I am constantly singing. I can't help singing. I love it. I love it. The most powerful instrument that you have in this lifetime, my beautiful friend, is your voice, and the world needs to hear it. It needs to hear it. So speak up, stand proud, and let everyone hear you roar, because you came here for so much more, activating the life that you adore. Okay, let's dive in. Beautiful, wealthy old soul, you are a high value woman. And I want to go through the facets of what makes a high value woman. I actually saw a woman that talks about deportment classes and etiquette, talking about how she doesn't like the notion of a high value woman because that somehow depicts and brings up the notion of a low value woman. And there's no such thing as a low value woman. So on that note, I want to say that wherever you are not low value. It's just really understanding how you can increase your intrinsic value to yourself. How can you get deeper with how valuable you are? I love this quote by Jim Rohn, and he goes, "Everybody is equal as souls, but they are not all equal in the marketplace." So I want you to really lean into this notion that your soul is more valuable than you could possibly imagine. You have more power in your tiny little pinky finger than in the entire cosmos. Like, you are so insanely powerful. But in order to really step into our value as a woman, as this woman of class, of etiquette, of true knowing that we are worthy no matter what, knowing that no matter how we turn up that day, we are worthy no matter what. We are always, always, always worthy no matter what. But there's things that we can do to increase our value in the marketplace and intrinsically within us. As I am a wealth consciousness expert and energy worker for celebrities and energy worker for my clients that are looking to jump and collapse time to manifest a 7-figure year, what we're always looking about is expanding our wealth consciousness. And we do this through energy work. And what you have to understand is that every single thing you do, and I explain this when I talk about the difference between vibration and frequency. And frequency is like this bandwidth we have for our entire life. Every time you overcome adversity, a soul test, something that the universe is pressuring you with, and I don't want to say the universe is pressuring, but the universe will expand you through pressure. Diamonds are made under pressure, and the pressure comes up for us through the expansion of realizing that our old belief system is not sustainable in the new life that we are stepping into. And so in order to step into the new life, the universe is almost going to compress your old belief system to a point where you feel so uncomfortable that you have to change and you've got to expand and you've got to look at life completely differently. And the version of you that was walking into that problem was a very different version of you to the version of you that's stepping away from that problem, that's transmuting from that problem. And so in order to create value, when we're going through these problems and we're navigating them and we're becoming stronger and we're becoming wiser and we are becoming more clever with the way that we live in this physical realm, because life is a game and how we play the game is everything. And so you go through this problem, through this adversity, and then what happens is you create soul wisdom. You create this soul knowledge, which people say will go up to the Akashic records, or I like to look at it in this lifetime where your frequency enhances. So it's like we're putting it into a frequency bank. And as our frequency is enhancing, we're creating a stronger frequency, a frequency that magnetizes people to us, that brings people to us because we're more focused on the inner world than the outer world. Then what happens through this wealth that we create with our frequency? Then our vibration gets to stay within the bandwidth of our frequency. So it doesn't matter so much if you're like, oh, today was a hard day, because you've done so much inner work that your lowest low on this higher frequency is like the highest that you could have got to years ago with your old frequency. So I hope this is making sense. You guys can understand how frequency works versus vibration, because they are two very, very different things. And it is understanding that every single thing you go through, a lot of people just kind of like, oh, I'm going through all these problems, my goals aren't coming. It's the wrong way to look at it. Every single problem is bringing you closer to your purpose, to your mission. I love to look at it like God is giving you your problems so you can expand your vessel to receive your wildest dreams. And that's just how it works. How do you get stronger without going to the gym and ripping the muscle so that it can repair and become stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger? So let's talk about high value women, and like really just making sure that you do not create this ideal in your mind that there are low value women, because they are not low value women. But if we truly want to increase our value so that we feel good within us, because that's what this is about. This isn't just about being wealthy in one area of our life. I'm all about not creating broke millionaires. Like, I'm here for the rich millionaires and for people that truly and utterly desire a life beyond their wildest dreams. Everything's so much more magical than what it seems. So what I invite you to do is start looking at your life. The value that you have really comes down to how clean your energy is, how clean your frequency is, your ability to self-manage, your ability to be conscious of your thoughts, your ability to notice how clean your energy is based upon the potency of your thoughts. Are your thoughts potent, creating momentum, energetic, what's coming up for me right now? It's like they're like Laser Force or Star Wars, when like the the like lights are shooting through the air. It's like zoom, zoom, zoom. And it's like, these are your thoughts. Like, they are creating your reality. And yes, they say it only takes 17 seconds, but 17 seconds is long enough when you've got a thought that's going on repeat over and over and over again. I'll tell you this really embarrassing story from many, many, many years ago, when I first met my ex-husband a really, really long time ago. I was so messed up back then. Like, I was really, really depressed, drinking lots of alcohol, all the things. And what was happening was that I met him just after he'd broken up with his first girlfriend. And we had this incredible 3 months that like changed my entire life. But I was just in such a low vibration, such a low frequency, we couldn't really be together. And so he said, you need to go clean yourself up. And then maybe in a few years. And he got back together with his ex-girlfriend. So I created a story where I was like, how dare he? I will never get back together with him. Anyway, lo and behold, a few years later, he said he loved me. I said I loved him. We got back together. And I created this really toxic, damaging loop about his ex-girlfriend. I was so in a toxic, low vibrational state where I was like stalking her and just obsessive with this woman. And literally, she was occupying so much real estate in my mind that years later on our honeymoon, this would have been over 10 years ago. So just to give you guys an idea, this was not recent. On our honeymoon, she was there. Like, what are the odds in this rural town in north of Australia? She was there on our honeymoon because I thought about her so many times, and what you think about manifests. So be mindful of your thoughts, because you will constantly find that they're creating a reality. And people that want to be around you know, like back then, if you're in frustration, your heart is emitting a different frequency than when you're in gratitude. I love my life. I adore every part of it. Of course, there's moments where I lack things, because lack is good, because that's actually what helps you go to the next level. But lack for more than a few moments is not the best. It's like an arrow. You quickly pull it back to let it go forward, and then you let it go as far as it possibly can. And then you get to the next level of the video game, and you're like, oh, I feel like I'm lacking that beautiful chateau in Paris in the snow. And so you have these moments of lack that bring you the joy, and then you play with the desire. And I even urge you to play with not so much lack, just the desire of it. When you start getting good at life, and you have actually healed a lot of your trauma, you don't even need that little bit of lack. It's more just like, I have everything I could ever desire, but I actually would really like this. It's a little bit like going through Netflix and choosing a movie. All the movies are there, but you would desire a rom-com, or you would desire something. So it's really looking at all the books in the library are there, but you desire this book because you desire this. There's always something that's like pulling us to our soul's evolution. So playing with desires is really important about valuing yourself. Keeping your energy clean is like number one, hands down. Appreciation, appreciation, appreciation. If you're spending the last hour of your day every single day on your phone, that is not a vibe. What we need to start doing is you need to start writing out 3 things that you got from the day. Write down 3 things that you can celebrate. 3 things that manifested or that you learned. Like, it's like we're extracting the gold from the day, and we start becoming these gold miners that are truly and utterly living in this beautiful place of everything just working and rolling and moving. And it is just so truly, truly, truly magical. So playing with that, keeping your energy clean, staying in gratitude more than you are in lack, because lack will emit a different frequency, and people don't want to be around that. People don't want to be around the moody, grumpy person that's always complaining. People don't want to be around the moody, grumpy, gossipy person. It's not a vibe, and you have to get good at cleaning up your energy. And I used to spend my whole life being around negative people. So I'd always find, oh, this is good, but or this is good, but and it's like, no, no, no. Like, your whole life gets to be clean. And if you don't have anyone in your life that has clean energy and clean thoughts, then pull away, go and cocoon until you have embodied that within you. And then you can get back out to the world, and you will find that you're attracting those people left, right, and center. It took me a really long time to create and cultivate true friendships that I'm like, oh my gosh, it feels so good. And even these days, I still get people coming into my world that I'm like, okay, that's a wound. Thank you very much for that. I really appreciate that. Thank you for showing me where my wounds are. I never blame a person in a million years. I will never, ever, ever make a person wrong. I always have radical responsibility, and I will always have this mindfulness of thank you for the lessons. Thank you. I love this thing that David Guillaume said that was, he speaks of the Kabbalah, and he said that when God gives you fame, if you are not humble enough, he will send you haters to make you more humble. And so it's really about realizing that everything in life is there to support you on your journey, to keep you connected to your soul, to your truth, to the divinity of all that you are. And when you realize that everything in life is here to support you, there is nothing in life to block you from your wildest dreams. It's all to get you there. It's all to expand you. The fires that burnt your house down, the floods that redirected you, like everything in life. And I've been through all of it. I've been through all of it. Like I don't think there's anything you could tell to me that the only thing I haven't been through in this lifetime would be death. And I'm excited to go through that when it's my time, and it's my time, and it will be a beautiful transformation and transition into the spirit world. But I think it's really important to realize that everything's happening for you, not to you. And I know you've heard this a lot, but I need you to really, truly embody it. So another thing about being a high value woman is that you are really mindful of your time, and you raise your standards. Who gets access to your time is everything, because your brain doesn't know the difference between them and you. Your brain only knows that they are you, and everyone is just a mirror of you. If you have people in your space that are not high vibrational, they are not making money, they are not living the life that you fully desire to live, you are absolutely better off being alone. And you might go, oh, but my mom, cool. Speak to your mom once a month and for 30 minutes on the phone. Create boundaries, because on that 30 minutes, your mind thinks that you're your mom. Or you can have, and I always joke to people about this because people don't see, they're like, oh, my mom's so mean or this. I'm like, use humor. Like, how hard is it to use humor? Like, when your mom's like, oh, you always do the same thing again, go, oh, mom, you're so funny. You're so funny. Always complaining. You're hilarious, mom. Like, really, truly animating the thing, because this reality is just an illusion based on you and who you're being. If you are weak in a certain area and God, angel, source, universe needs to accelerate you in that area, it is going to send actors, people into your version of reality so that you can start becoming better, start becoming stronger, start saying no, and actually write out a list of what you're a yes to and what you're a no to. Write down everything from gossiping to like this can sound so superficial, but it's not. You can say, I don't want to be around friends that overeat, because then you will start overeating. You don't want to be around friends that don't look after their health, because then you will not look after your health. I know that if I'm hanging out with people that are drinking alcohol every day, I'm more likely to drink alcohol than I'm more likely to stay in tune with my goals, because my brain thinks that I'm them. We've all had the friends that have the funny mannerisms, or they do a funny thing, or they'll go lol or soz, or like say things, and then you start embodying these ridiculous mannerisms because you're doing that. And like, same thing with kids. I have kids, and so I have to be mindful of like when they're rubbing off on me. And actually, funny story, right now my 11-year-old is on this crazy diet so that he can get an 8-pack at school. And obviously it's not like he's starving himself or anything like that. He's just being really, really healthy. And it's making me eat better. It's actually making me eat better. And so it's like being mindful of who you're around, being cutthroat. This does not mean that you are a cold-hearted bitch. And if society wants to look at you that way, that's okay. That's on them, not on you. For you to step into your greatest year in 2025, I want you to write out a massive list of what's scaring you, what is absolutely scaring you, what you need to do, because that's the list of what you need to do. If working with me is scaring you, I ask you, what about it is scaring you? That's what you have to work through. Because if your mind is pulling, sorry, your soul is pulling you, and then your mind comes up with every excuse not to do it, that is what you have to clear out and do the thing. And that's how you become a high value woman. Discipline, discernment, doing the uncomfortable things you don't want to do, turning up when you don't want to turn up. And I'm not about being busy. Please don't ever mistake my work for being busy. It is not about being busy. It's about being focused and productive, knowing how to manage a team. And actually, I don't even use the word manage, knowing how to lead a team, because managers fail to quantum leap because they're micromanaging everything. You want to be hiring leaders in your businesses. You want to be making sure that you are creating teams that can lead themselves, that can manage themselves. So the business is operating without you being there. You are the visionary. A little bit like Richard Branson, you're the visionary. You are the one that's guiding, saying, this is where we're going. This is what we're doing. You guys sort everything out. I want you to make it as clean as possible. I'm going to do my content. You figure out where it needs to go, who it's going to serve the greatest. And I'm just going to keep being in my zone of genius, because if I keep doing everything, I get exhausted, I get tired. It's not a vibe. It's not a vibe at all. And so it is every level, new devils. Every level is a completely different paradigm. Every level is a completely new version of you. Always, 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 always. So love where you're at. Write out all the things that you need to do. Journaling every day. Journaling out what's scaring me. How would I make this today? How would I do that today? Like really focusing on what your goals are and making them non-negotiable. If you are not achieving your goals or getting close to them, or not being proud of the woman that you are, you're not fully stepping into your mastery. You're not fully stepping into your zone of genius. And that is where the magic happens. High value women are not sleeping around. They are not available to be sucked with their time. They're not available for giving attention to haters, people that wouldn't be at their funeral. You're a high value woman. You are not being around weak men. You are not paying for the bill. You are being able to embody the healthy masculine and the healthy feminine, and know when enough is enough, know when to walk away, know when quitting is a vibe, know when to speak your truth, know when to just let it go. It isn't art. And I invite you to play with the energy of the geisha, the energy of a woman that you truly admire, you truly adore when you're looking at her, and notice what qualities you like the most about her. Because if you like her discipline, that's because you're disciplined. If you like the way she holds herself, it's because that's how you hold yourself. I will say another thing: how you treat yourself is so important. Having beautiful skin, having beautiful nails, having and I'm not saying, I want to say this properly. I am not saying you need to copy me or be like me. Your version of beautiful skin can be very different to mine. Your version of looking after your health can be different to mine. But I do know that people and high value women that are making in the multiple millions of dollars look after themselves. They treat themselves like professional athletes. I am injecting peptides. I am using like my skincare routine, just my daily monthly skincare routine is like $1,000 for the cleanser, the toner, the mask, the moisturizer. It's not cheap. And this level of skincare makes me embody the $10 million year. It makes me embody the things that I desire on a deeper level, because I look in the mirror and I'm like, I love myself and I'm taking care of myself. Would you be driving a beat up car for years? No, this is your house for this lifetime. This is your vehicle for this lifetime. You need to look after it. You need to take care of it. You need to get your hair looked after. You need to really show yourself that you love yourself. Because when I wake up in the morning and I put on expensive linen and I put on my makeup and I'm washing my face and I'm doing all these things, I'm like reminded that these beautiful skincare products are to look after me because I love me and I take care of myself. And it's really instilling that self-love from the inside so it bleeds out. This isn't from the outside in. This isn't like go and look as hot as possible on the outside, not love yourself internally. This is, I love myself so much that I'm going to get my skin looked after. I'm going to get facials. I'm going to get my nails done. I'm going to get my brows done. I'm going to get my lashes done. I'm going to really, truly look after myself. And I'm going this is such an ego point, but what's coming through right now is my lashes are actually real. By lashes, I mean tint. Look at my ego coming through there. It's because I always get comments. People go, oh my God, I love your fake lashes. They're actually very real. So very, very blessed with my parents that gave me long lashes. But whatever it is about you, start loving you. And actually, this brings up the point. If you have long eyelashes, if you have something about your skin that you love, like write it out. I love my skin. I love my smile. I love my nails. I love my teeth. Like all the things that you do to look after yourself, to maintain yourself, to keep yourself to a higher standard. Because when you're looking after yourself, you will attract a man that's looking after himself. You will attract a life that looks after you because you treat yourself like a queen and you're constantly getting massages and doing all the things, going into the sauna, the cold plunges, the Pilates classes, like all those things are part of my routine. And they're so important to maintain a standard for yourself. You'll never go beneath your standards. Like I will always have nails to some capacity because I feel that I'm constantly speaking with my hands and it makes me feel empowered. I love having my nails done. I love feeling powerful. I love the way that it makes me feel. And am I beautiful without nails? Of course. Of course, I'm beautiful without long nails, but I love having long nails because it makes me feel more, it enhances who I truly am. I'm still beautiful without makeup. I love myself without makeup, but I turn up with makeup because it enhances who I am. And I love like putting wax and polish on the car. Would you drive a Ferrari and never wax it or polish it? No, because you look after something that you love and you take care of. So looking at ways you can enhance your self-love, your beauty, your self-care processes. Are you exfoliating? Are you truly looking after your skin? Are you giving a shit? Because it does matter. And people will take you more seriously when you turn up as the embodiment of the person that looks after themselves, of the embodiment of the person that truly takes care of themselves. I know that there was this, I think his name's Brad Lee, and it's quite funny actually. He goes, if you want to make money, get your teeth fixed. And yes, everyone will have all of these issues or, things as to why they won't get their teeth fixed or treat themselves well. And it's like, stop with the things. When you value something, you will get it. I have clients that literally didn't know how they were going to pay for my programs, and they joined and then they made money straight away. And I'm not telling you to do that. I'm saying only move when it feels soul aligned, soul cold. But I am saying that when you value it, you always come up with the money for it. Always, always, always. When you feel the call, you always come up with the money for it. And when you look after yourself and you can look into the mirror with your eyes wide open and be proud of the woman that you are staring at in all of it, in the way that she tends to her children, in the way that she loves, in the way that she shows up, in the way that she has strong values and she's not available for bullshit, in the way that she has high standards and she won't allow this, that, or the other. It is difficult conversations. It is you saying the uncomfortable things. I say uncomfortable things with my staff all the time. I'm like, hey, is this business making you sick? I've literally had conversations around like, why are you biting your nails? Why are you eating away at yourself in this meeting? Like, there are so many important things that need to be said. I've had conversations with friends saying, I don't think this friendship's working anymore. Like, you have to be okay to let things go, and you have to be okay to be unapologetically you, because you are the thing that you have to live with in this entire life. You, your soul, your avatar, your energy, your frequency, that is you in this lifetime. And your job as a woman is to step in and embody the truth of all that you are. So I love you so much. I see you. This year, the only thing that I'm literally doing is the Elite Energy Hub and working with celebrity clients one-on-one. So if you feel the call, if you're ready to make 7 figures this year, you want to truly and utterly activate it. My work is not about you hustling more. It's about expanding your energetic field to hold the 7 figures. And my dream is to create 1,000 millionaires this year, but not just money, guys. For me, it is wealthy in every area of your life, wealthy in your relationship, wealthy in your friendships, wealthy in your parenting, wealthy in your travel, in your joy, in your heart, in your soul, in your happiness, rich in all areas of life. I'm not here to create broke millionaires, and there's too many of them. And so we need to rewrite the paradigm together. And I know that you were put on this earth for wealth. And so if you feel the call for insane amounts of overflow this year, definitely click on the Elite Energy Hub below. There are 4 wealth consciousness activations every single month. You can do 1 to 4, whatever you feel called. They're so freaking potent that one will get you the results, but as you expand your nervous system and go deeper and deeper and deeper, doing 4 can be really, really, really powerful. It's almost like increasing your energetic capacity to receive more overflow. And I always say to people, do not sign up if you're not ready for massive change, because it will absolutely change your life. It is very, very, very massive change. If you are a celebrity client watching this and you would love a one-on-one, send us an email, support@evakositsky.co. These are potent 48-hour sessions. They are like huge death and rebirth process. So unless you are ready for massive changes, again, I have 3 mutable star signs. So my whole work is massive change, massive change, massive change. People are like, Eva, you don't understand. Since I started working with you, everything changed. And I'm like, oh, my love. Well, you do understand how my life is. Every single week is like 10,000 things. It just feels like zoom, 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 this person, that person. Whoa. And I spend most of my life sipping coconuts here in Bali, enjoying it to the fullest and jumping on planes and speaking on stages. And I love and adore it so much. So I truly hope this episode has helped you. If you have, please make sure that you comment. Let me know your biggest takeaways. Please share it with a friend. My goal and my dream is to really help activate 1,000 millionaires this year. So if you feel the call to come work with me, please do. Have the most beautiful, magical, phenomenal day. I love you. I see you. I'm sending a million trillion blessings your way. Mwah.